This is my first video on Python coding. The first thing I'm going to have to do is to run a piece of software called Idle, and Idle's been installed on the college machines. So click down here and type in IDLE and it pops up. Let me just see, that's down there. Idle Python 3.6 64-bit. Your version might be different. I'm making this video obviously in June 2019. So I'm launching the software, which doesn't take too long to appear. And this software itself can be used to create Python programs. By default you're presented with a sort of prompt here where you can type in individual Python commands, but that's not really what I want to be at the moment. What I want to be is at a place where I can actually type in Python code itself completely. Along the top here you see the file menu, and one says new, so select new. We'll ignore the rest of the menus just now, and it gives you this window here. I'm going to maximise that window just to take up all the space. And right now in the top left hand side it says Untitled, which means I haven't saved anything yet. And this is basically where I can type in some Python code. I think the first one we'll do is we'll deal with something really basic. We'll do is a save as. So file, and then down here it says save as. And we're going to save this program already, this piece of code. There's nothing there yet, but we'll save it anyway. At this point here you should save it somewhere that's good for you. For example, I've got a USB drive plugged in here. I'm going to select this USB drive and I'm going to save my examples here just now. So this first one I'm going to call about me. You notice down here it says python files.py and .pyw. So what will happen is when I save this file called about me, it'll put a .py at the end of it by default. I don't have to do that myself. So I hit save, and up here now it says about me.py. So I've saved a program, although there's no code there to make any difference. The first piece of code we'll do is we'll look at these ideas of comments, but before I go ahead too far, I want to change one of the options here. So go into options, go into configure idle, and then here the default size for fonts are given as long as the default kind of font face. I don't like size 10, mainly because of my eyesight, so I'm going to increase this to size 14. If you want to, you can go to a couple other sections like highlighting, and you can change the classic theme to a darker theme if you want. There's a couple of themes in here. I like the dark one, but I'll stick to classic just now because it's easier to actually see. So I've applied that and hit OK, and now my prompt's a little bit bigger on the top left hand side. So the first thing I want to do is include these things called comments. Now a comment, this is where a programmer leaves information or messages about the code that they're trying to work on or explain. A lot of people like to put their name at the top of their code and the date when the code was created and things like that as well. So I'll start off with a very simple comment, and I use the hash key. You notice this colour's red. Obviously I'm using this theme, so that colour would be red. It's a different colour and a different theme. So this basically means at this point here I can type a comment in, and the entire line will be a comment. Right, wherever this hash shape appears, it's a comment. So I'll just put in, this is a single line comment. That means that on the next line it's not a comment. Right, so if you see a comment, it's a piece of text the programmers decided to type in. It doesn't actually get processed by the programming language like Python, so it'll basically be ignored. But if I put something else in here, I can't do this. This is a single line comment, and as you can see there, it's all multiple colours as well. It recognises that this is not a comment yet. Of course, if I put a hash shape to the left hand side, that is a comment. Now what we'll do is I'm going to tab this across a little bit after typing a few things. So hello world, tab tab tab. Oh, it's automatically changed a few things there, sorry. Hello world, tab a few times. So this comment starts here, partly along the screen, and the bit to the left is not a comment. So you have to recognise the fact that the minute you see the hash shape, after that to the right is a comment. So that's a single line comment. We can have multiple line comments as well. To do that you use triple equals 1 2 3 to start it, and triple equals 1 2 3 to end it, and anything within these two lines here are comments. So that entire area there is comment. Right, so I can type in anything I want. So what I'll do here is I'm going to make it look okay. I'm going to put in stuff like author. That's me. My name's Matty, by the way. You probably caught that on my YouTube link anyway. And I can put in the current date if I want to. Just look down there at the clock there. and there's the current date. So obviously if I update a software and maybe put a revision date, and might even explain what I've made any changes in that as well in the code. So that's a multiple line comment. So all these things are ignored by the coding language. The minute you see it, it's just for human beings to read, to understand what's happening. A lot of people use these when it comes to complicated looking code. So that's comments, not too difficult to do. The next thing to do at this point here is to save what you've got so far. So I'll go up to the file menu, and it says save as. Now you wouldn't select save as because you already have given a name. It's called about me. So you just select save. Also notice Control S also does save. So I'm going to hit Control S on my keyboard as well. So I've basically saved it twice there. It's the same place, the same file, therefore no difference. And that's the end of the first introductory video to Python.